Good morning, everybody. This is Andrew. I hope you're all well in the world, wherever you are. Yeah, so I had a really beautiful sort of moment yesterday. It was quite sort of quite bizarre because it was I think it was Valentine's Day, wasn't it, around the world? So yeah, so I had this sort of moment yesterday where I sort of this thing kept coming up to the surface to be seen, and I was, and it was really uncomfortable. And in the moment, I just asked to see what it was, to be shown what it was, and I ended up getting up and going for a walk, and this walk was probably about 20 miles, this walk. And on the journey of that walk, what came up to me, which was beautiful and devastating in its entirety, was that I realised that in my entire life, I'd never truly loved myself fully. And by witnessing that truth, I suddenly witnessed that I'd never been loved. Yeah. And in seeing that moment, it was a beautiful gift, that moment. But it was also, as well, quite devastating to realise that I'd never actually truly loved myself fully. There was elements of my story, of my identity, that were very self-sabotaging, self-harming, and over the years I've shed those stories more and more. But it was almost like I was being shown that last little bit that was still there, still lingering around, still trying to sabotage and harm my truths and what I truly want in life, and and how to really treat myself fully, lovingly, and openly from my heart. It was so in that moment, I started to cry, and it was like it was tears of joy, and then from that moment there was these waves of devastation in a way, because then I realised that I'd never been loved by a partner because I'd never loved myself. So therefore, the people that I connected to didn't love themselves, and therefore there was no love in that thing. I'd never been loved by a parent or by a girlfriend, or by a friend in that respect. But then realising it had nothing to do with them. They were just people that didn't love themselves. I was a person that didn't love myself, mirroring each other. But yes, it was quite a peculiar moment, I suppose, would be the word I would use, because obviously it was a moment of pure joy, and also, complete sort of at the same time. But as the walk continued and that, the sort of devastation part left, and I got to saw the gift of what it is that, by witnessing that and seeing that, it then became clear for me to love myself fully, to treat myself in a loving way that I hadn't been. I have sort of loved myself more and more and more over the years, but I witnessed there was still a part of me, there was still a little increment of that story within me, that still, when I started to step into things that I love and that, was still trying to hold me back, was still trying to, create harm in those moments, create fear in those moments. Yeah. So yeah, again, that was my Valentine's Day, and it was beautiful, because again, after the initial moment, it became very clear for the rest of my life on this planet. My main moment is to truly embrace and love myself, and only from that place can I truly embrace and love others. Because without that true embrace and love for myself, there is no true love for others. Without the respect for self, there is no true respect for others. Yeah? Because you can only love, you can only project what the truth of you is. You can only be the truth of what you are. And so accepting that truth, which was, I was my harm. I was my unlove. No one else, only me. But from that truth, I see the answer, which is, I am my love. Anyway, have a beautiful day, everybody.